First is being kind and compassionate. Be kind and compassionate will make you better persons. Be kind and compassionate. Kind and compassionate means a whole lot of behavioral options, because you cannot be rude and kind, and you cannot be selfish and kind and compassionate. So kind and compassionate. Secondly, you cannot be dishonest and untrustworthy. You got to be a good person, is trustworthy and is honest. That means if somebody's told you something and he says, don't tell anybody, and if it's important, you will keep it yourself. Trustworthy. If he's given you something to keep, you keep it trust and don't steal it away. So trust basically means being trustworthy of your words, the promises you make. Supposing you tell your mom, dad, I will do this and I will honor this, you will remain worthy, trustworthy. They should believe you that Kush has said this, Kush apna word nibhayega. Yeah, being trustworthy, right? Third is being responsible and accountable. If your parents or you have been given certain tasks in the school by your teacher, you are remaining accountable and you're responsible. You understand that? Next point, being grateful. How grateful are you to your parents or to your school? So being grateful. So how can you be better persons? Honesty, responsible and accountable, gratitude, and being very positive and optimistic. So वो कह रहे ये नहीं हो सकता, ये नहीं हो सकता है, मैं देखता हूँ कैसे कर सकते हैं. So it's not rejecting any good idea, listening to people, being optimistic, not being negative. ये नहीं हो सकता, or let us see ये कैसे हो सकता है. So being optimistic and positive. Then being helpful and generous, being helpful at home, helpful to your friends, as a good citizen, generous. If you have something to share and give, you will share. Are you writing down? Are you all writing down? Generous, being generous. Okay. Then being respectful, as I already said, being respectful to the towards anybody and everybody, not only to the high and mighty, the rich and the wealthy, but being respectful towards all sections of society. Being respectful, right? And then being a lifelong learner. Lifelong learner. You are a lifelong learner. You are constantly willing to learn, constantly lifelong. You're constantly learning, willing to learn. Just as that's the book reading session begins with the books, because that makes you learn. Book reading makes you learn, and once you have a habit of book reading, it's lifelong learning. You understand? Lifelong learning. And last but not the least is being very self-aware. That is what will make you a good person. Being self-aware. You can listen to yourself, you see yourself, you know yourself, right? And look at your own behavior, your language, your mannerisms, your way of spending. Being self-aware. What are your habits? What are your thinking? That's being good persons.